Hello, I'm back again, voiceovering. This is, it's pretty early in the morning right now, so I'm kind of, I've got a little bit of morning voice still. uh, but we're here, and this is a video where I am designing some different outfits for my main character of my story, Arlo. So it's a fantasy story, but it's sort of urban-y as well. So I didn't just want to go straight for classic Lord of the Rings sort of vibes. So here we have the first one. Was probably the first time I've actually had a lot of fun drawing clothes. I usually hate drawing fashion, but I had a lot of fun with this, because I used, different references, and I don't know, there's just something different about this one, and I really enjoyed it, and I like how all of them came out. So this first one that we're working on is sort of just like the casual outfit, like the outfit that you'd meet him in and that he usually wears. Sorry. Arlo lives in sort of like a dry, rainy, that doesn't make any sense. Like a rainy place in the mountains. Or it's not super cold, but it's not the desert either. But it can get hot. It's more equatorial than it could be. So I wanted to go for kind of like, a timer just went off and cut me off, but as I was saying, since he does sort of live in a more often hotter place than not, that does get quite a lot of rain. I don't really know. I haven't exactly decided where his kingdom is. He used to live in the desert, and then I switched things around because I can't commit to anything. But I wanted the clothes to have kind of a flowy vibe, since he's not, it's just kind of his vibe. He likes being layered and things. And so I gave him kind of like a fishnet undershirt thing. I don't really know why I did that. I've never pictured him in one of those before, but it just felt right at the time. And now it's a thing with like a black long sleeved crop top, I guess. And then over that, I believe, is a long sleeve shirt, and then like a green poncho-y thing, which looks very comfy, and I wish I could steal. And then, right now I'm just making sure that I have, the right coloring for his skin and his hair and whatnot. And so I ended up just copying and pasting those for everything else, to make it easier on myself, which worked out pretty well. Now, the pose is a template, a fashion design template I took off Pinterest, that I modified a little bit to fit his body type a little more, because this wasn't an exploration in anatomy, it was just a study of clothes, so that's that. And, if we're going down, he has sort of like a half skirt thing with a belt, boots, and some patched pants, but I guess I skipped over some of that coloring. So we're going over to his winter outfit. So I wanted to have a lot of, thicker, heavier layers for this, obviously, but I still wanted to stick with sort of a concealed, flowy kind of look. So I gave him a cape thing and a ridiculously huge scarf. Oh my gosh. Kept that little poncho-y thing just with a different design over a fur, or like a hide shirt with fur lining. Some pants that are pretty similar to the flowy sort of vibes with a tunic thing, and get some boots, because you don't want to be in a winter kingdom without boots. That would not be a good time. The color palette I had a little bit of a hard time figuring out. I did look up some winter color palettes on Pinterest to pull from, and then just modified them a little bit to have some consistency with the green. But I do like it. I figured that he'd probably have gotten this from one of the winter kingdoms, so I wanted to go with some of their materials, what they would make. So there's a lot of, blues and whites probably taken from animals, or maybe dyed, or maybe they use it to camouflage a little bit more into the landscape. And I wanted to add in some fur lining and whatnot, because that would just be interesting and warm. Oh yeah, mittens. I gave him some mittens. And that's always, gives me a reason to avoid hands, so that'll be fun. So you were just, finishing up the winter outfit, adding some shading to make it look more finished, and then we'll be moving on to the next one. I don't remember exactly what I did for the next outfit, but I guess we'll see in a couple of minutes. Right, so I remember in this process of creating these outfits, I reached a point after I'd done the first two where I didn't know what to do. I know I knew I needed more. I didn't know what to do, and so I just drew him in his underwear because I didn't know what else to do, and I needed to just set some kind of base, I guess. And so that's what we're doing now, figuring out proportions and body type and whatnot. So enjoy that action for a little bit, and then I'll come back when I start on the actual next outfit. I guess, I don't know why there's not very much footage of these last two, but we're gonna be starting them soon. The first one you're gonna see that I'm doing is, I don't really know what it is. I guess it would be the thing that he would wear when he's on stage. I had this sort of idea that maybe he would be a performer, like a singer or dancer or something. Maybe it's just, his clubbing outfit. I can't say that he enjoys going to many clubs, but that's what this is gonna be. I titled it his cool guy outfit. I don't really know what that means, but here it is. I wanted to have a darker tone for this, go back to more of like when I created him. He had a more emo vibe, I guess, than he does now. So I gave him some more of that fishnet from the earlier outfit and a crop top sweater thing with some red patterns on it. Sunglasses, because I thought that was funny. And right now he's still in his underwear, but he does have pants later. Here we go. I gave him some boots with some red patterning as well to connect to the sweater thing. And then some weird, like, semi-suspender things, or, like, really tiny suspenders with some harem pants. Looking at all of these different kinds of pants, I decided that I really wanted some. So I need to find some. And then, I did add that thing. I think I ended up getting rid of it, that little half skirt. And we're almost at the end of the video. I don't know why I didn't record the lounge one. But there is, like, it's basically the same thing as the first outfit I did, but with, less fabric. So enjoy the end of this. I hope you liked this. I actually, this is the first video I felt more comfortable doing a voiceover, I think, because there's just more to explain, in terms of thought process and whatnot. But yeah, so thanks for watching, and adios.